you guys may have heard, is a big story. Jenna Marbles she's canceled herself. She's leaving YouTube. She's getting a lot of shit from people over the years, and she's just, I guess, made a final apology video and said she's stepping away from her channel in a video called
All right.
A
So
Message.
I get it.
And it's been the talk of the town, really.
I think it's been really hard for everyone to watch the video and to see her be so hard on herself.
The first two things that I would like to address is the fact that there are people that were offended that I did blackface as Nicki Minaj in 2011, and I'll show you the clip. It's incredibly cringy and embarrassing. This is private. It has been private for quite some time, but it looks like this.
Nicki Minaj likes me, and then there's Roman, who's very.
You know, look, I'm not the person who say what blackface is okay and not, but I do wonder if there's a difference. Like Jimmy Kimmel recently got in trouble. Jimmy Kimmel, Carl Malone. I don't know if he got in trouble. People are trying to expose him for doing blackface, and then there was the Man Show, and he used to do bits where he would like black body, but he used to always do these bits about Carl Malone because he's such a character.
Phoning home like E.T. Carl Malone read on TV about white people getting deducted by alien, sticking all.
So I don't know. I don't know if the times just changed up on us. I guess you wouldn't do that today.
Well, the times have definitely changed.
Yeah.
No one is doing this.
But I think
today.
it's kind of, you can't really go back in time this far and then like apply today's standards. Like, think about this. This was on Comedy Central. Like, they have censors and standards and practices, and the people who run that department saw this, who are the Eagles. They fucking nick everything in the ass, right? They don't let anything slip by. And they saw this and thought that was okay. I'm not saying it's okay now, but at the time, the people who were paid to be super critical of anything that could be controversial greenlit this sketch. And I think that just goes to show that you can't go back in time. Like, God, when was this show even? I mean, fucking 20 years ago, probably, right?
Yeah, Man Show was like late 90s.
I think it's definitely opening an interesting conversation to what should still live out there, though, because with YouTube, the weird thing is that it's always available for you to watch. But she did private those old videos.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I've done and said really cringy shit in my early career that I've privated.
mm-hmm.
You know, I think everybody has.
I feel like everyone is, like, the society as a whole is growing over the years and understanding what's okay and what's not okay. And these are just like these are just little pieces of part of what was okay at that time. But it's also kind of like a reminder that how things have changed. Like, you would never see this today.
No. But to me, it's clear that he's not, like, when you say blackface, you're what the original blackface is when white people would play black people and color their face black because black people weren't accepted to play themselves in theater because people were so racist. But like when I look at what he's doing here, I don't see a dude who's really doing that. I think he's doing an impression, but again, I'm not the person to say if this is okay or not, you know. I can see why people would be. I mean, he doesn't. Well, could he do it? I don't know. I frankly, I don't know. I'm conflicted on it, I guess. But anyway.
This whole thing, like, is he wearing like a whole rubber suit? Like, he looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's
like
yeah.
it's like so beyond blackface. Even it's like what?
It's black body.
Look at his
It's just-
arms.
he's committed to the. To the bit.
Is it like a whole rubber suit? Because like, look at how buff his arms are. I don't think. James
Yeah, it could
Kimmel
be.
would
You're
like
right.
that.
It could be at his neck.
Right.
102% to keeping them little green man off this here earth. Because the day them dudes stick something up.
You used to watch the show?
Yeah.
I never liked it, even as a kid.
I did. I liked it. It was stupid. I like that one kid. They had like this one kid they would tell what to do on the street. It was the funniest shit.
Yeah.
Like this 12-year-old kid with the earpiece in, and he would like hit.
Oh, they would like feed him lines
So
or whatever.
funny,
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
I liked it. But hey, whatever.
Yeah.
So this is kind of what's happening to Jenna, even though she already
had privated that video
yeah.
years ago, though, right? Like, this isn't in reaction
and
to...
it's from 2011. I think she's being so hard on herself, but I understand people keep bringing it up and bringing it up. It's like, what can you do, you know? But I think all of us who have been on the internet that long, who has not among us over a 10-year career on YouTube done or said something that by today's standard will look horrible? Nobody. I mean, nobody. Except Keemstar. He's the one person with clean hands. He has never said or done anything offensive.
Garbage.
But I just,
it's a really tough conversation. She's being super responsible, and she clearly wants to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's really, really good of her. But I do think it seems like she's too harsh on herself. All of her new content
for years.
Nothing like that old stuff.
I have to say that I've always had a lot of respect for Jenna because for the past several years, she's been making content that at the expense of nobody, which is kind of an outlier on YouTube, right? The trend on YouTube for the past several years is like talking about this person. And she's actually out there doing original content, and so I've always thought like, hey, that's really cool that she's doing that. Here's another one from her past that I guess people will keep bringing up.
The next thing that I want to address. Okay, this is also from 2011. A bad year for me in judgment, apparently.
Same year.
This
9
video
years
is
ago.
called Bounce That Dick. This has also been made private. I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in making anyone feel bad, in case you haven't noticed. Here's the clip. I will play it for you. Here, hold on, let me remind you.
Sorry, that was racist. I'm bad at rap songs.
So as you can see, I said, hey, ching chong wing wong, shake your King Kong ding dong. Sorry, that was racist. I'm bad at rap songs.
I mean, it's just a goof, you know?
Yeah, I understand her.
Obviously,
She doesn't want to be a part of something that might insult someone.
Also, I guess she doesn't want people to look at that and then like think like, oh, I can do that today.
Yeah.
She used to make videos slut shaming girls, she says, for sleeping around. Videos about what girls do, what guys do. She says she doesn't like gender identity jokes. Yada yada yada. She's being very responsible. She's very on herself. I think she's a great person. I think she makes great content. I have a lot of respect for her, and I'm very sad that she's being so hard on herself, and that there's these little fucking trolls on the internet too. And I have to tell you, the people who bring this shit up repeatedly over and over again are the same. These people don't care about being offended by it. They really... I feel like the people who bring this up are just trying to make a point like, you're a fucking hypocrite because you did this 10 years ago, and so now you can never address this.
I feel like it's a shame because there are real movements right now that are happening for good reasons, that should be happening, and changes that are good. And then there's like the extreme like this where, I don't know, like, yeah, those videos were wrong and she already knew that and she already privated them.
Mm-hmm.
And she already has moved on from this content. She doesn't make this today.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's allowed to grow.
She's clearly made a meaningful change in her life. Like, there's no resemblance of that old content for several years going.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to give someone the benefit of the doubt at a certain point. But like I said, the people who... anyway, I don't want to get... There's this... Next week, I have a lot more to talk about. But anyway, I give my thoughts and my prayers. Go out to Jenna Marbles, who's great, and I wish her all the best.